So we have three type of lists we want to talk about. So the first one we have is a on order list. So on order list. So on order list is defined with the UL. So I'm going to inside of this on order list we have the list item. So let me say items. So I'm going to duplicate this one several times. So this is what it is. So when I refresh, this is our order list. So we can be able to change this bullet to different order type. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to say style. So I'll say on order list, curly braces, then I'm going to say use a CSS property called list type. So in this list type we have, I'm going to use circle. So if I use circle, it's going to change from this bullet form to circle. So I can also change it to square if I choose to square. I can also change it to, you can even remove it entirely, just say none. So some of you will ask, what is the reason why we need to remove it entirely? So this based on when you get to the higher part, whenever you are trying to use a list to create navigation bar or something like that, you will always need to remove the those markers there. So I'm going to return it back to circle. So another type of list that we have is a order list. So this is the on order list, and this one here is the order list. So we also use the list type, the list item inside of it. So I'm going to say items again. So duplicate it several times. So this is the difference. This is the difference between the order list. So you see that the order list is on an order format. So by default for the order list is all in numbers. So we can be able to change it. So for order list you can do like this. You can come to the order list and say type. So by default, you see, you can see this by default is in this 1 2 3. So you can change it to capital upper alpha. So you can also change it to lower alpha if that is what you choose. Lower alpha. You can change it to Roman, that is a lower Roman. You can also change it to upper Roman. So apart from using this type, so I'm going to get rid of the type. You can also go to the top. Let me refresh. It's going to go back to the default, which is 1 2 3. I can still come to the style and say order list, then curly braces. I can say list type, the same list type. So now I can apply, I can use the lower alpha. I can also say upper alpha. So I can also say upper Roman. I can also say lower Roman. You can even go say lower Greek, if that is what you want to go with. Lower Greek, the alphabet. So this is it for our order list and on order list. So you can also create a list inside of a list, which is simple to understand. Just in between here you can just say enter, create a list. So I'm probably creating a list, so I can just say the other list, creating a list inside of a list, a nested list. So let me say next list. So get it just several times, refresh. So this is it, a list inside of a list. So I think it would be better, let me return it back to something like alpha, lower alpha. So this is a list inside of a list. So we can, another type of list we have is a description list. The description list, DL for short. So it's when you have a you have a term and you're trying to describe the particular term. So a description list. Then we have the description term. So what do you want to describe? Let's say what you want to describe is Tesla. So the data description could be, which is a DD. You can just say DD. So I'm just putting a hyphen there. So I can just say it is one of the fastest growing car. Or you can even say anything you want. So I can also put more terms and their description. So I can say DT. So let's say iPhone, the iPhone. I think this is like this, iPhone. So then the description could be, so still put my hyphen, so the most popular, one of the most popular phone, one of the most popular. So you can just put your own description if you choose. So this is what I mean. This is it. So you see, this is what we or Tesla, the most, it is one of the fastest growing car. iPhone, one of the most popular phone. So you can still put more terms and their description. Just to note that this is the way it's going to appear. So that is it for our list. So see you in our next class.